When you got problems around your house and you can't fix them, please don't fear, 'cause you're only one click away from the handy engineer.
Hey folks, today we're looking to do a little PVC pipe work. The other day while looking for entrances for mouse or mice to get in the house, I found a problem with one of our exhaust ports on our natural gas equipment. We've got two here. This is our furnace and this is our hot water heater. I put that in a couple years ago. And what I discovered, and I'll flip the camera around here, you can see up in here, we've got, in the furnace one, we've got a screen up in there. And here's the hot water heater. You can see there's a little bit of remnants of screen left. It was something that was provided by the manufacturer of the hot water heater. It kind of eroded away. I assume it kind of got corrosion and all this kind of stuff with the moisture coming out of there. So basically what I need to do is build a new section here all the way down to here. I left this unglued right here so you can actually just kind of pull it off. So we'll take that off and go into the garage and assemble a new unit. I'll put the new screen right inside of this joint right in here. So we'll grab this and head in and get her going. So we're in the garage here on the bench. Basically here's what we're replacing. And so we're going to be building a new one of those. To do that, we've got a couple new 45, actually 90-degree angles, and a 45. And then I had a piece of 3-inch PVC left over from when I did the job originally. And then I have some screen we'll have to cut. I'll probably double up on this to cut and then place in there a piece of screen. And then just some general tools we're using. Got some PVC glue and primer. Got our I use a utility knife to kind of clean up the cuts on the PVC. This will use some snips to cut our screen. Got a saw here, kind of a smaller tooth saw. You can probably use whatever you got, and then just a marker to keep track of angles and what glues where and so forth. So we'll I'm going to start by identifying lengths and cut a couple pieces. We got to cut this piece here. You generally find that the distance here is half the diameter. So this is about 1.5 inches here, 1.5 inches, and then whatever this is, we'll measure that. And then here we'll obviously need a piece about 3 inches long to go in there, and we should be good to go. So just a couple notes about this stuff. They call it drain waste vent, DWV. States right on here. But that's pretty much what you find at your home improvement store. Again, I like to clean up the edge just so we got it's not hanging up, getting gunking up anything when we assemble this. And these don't have to be perfectly square. You like them close so you get most of your glue to adhere in the new joint there, but it's not terribly critical. I'm going to go ahead and get a couple pieces of screen here, and we'll get those ready. Again, you want it to match the outer dimension on these guys. Actually, it's going to go on this one. When you go into the 45, it'll go right here. So I'm going to cut 2 pieces roughly the right size, and we'll clean it up as we go, get them round more or less, and go from there. So, on to the primer and the glue. Okay, you got 2 steps here. Primer, in this case it's the purple stuff, and the glue. They both come with applicators right there. They kind of drip everywhere as you move along. Glue there. So we will prime both parts, and then we'll jump into the glue. So yeah, you can see we're just going to go on the outside here. I just go around. We're going to go about halfway up, since this is our halfway piece between those 2 elbows. Just get it, wipe it on well, and then you jump over to your other part, do the same thing. It's a little easier on the inside. So you can see we get it nice and wiped around there. And shut that, get it out of your way. And then we have to apply glue to both sides. I am going to do that last, since it's a little tougher to deal with. The inside of the joint is not going to make a mess as much as the outside will. So we just kind of go, you want to work fairly quickly on this guy. Get that glue everywhere. And then we find our mark and our other mark. And as we assemble this, we give it a twist. So go like that. And it has to, you want to hold it for, I don't know, 30 seconds, maybe a minute, because it likes to push itself apart. So I just sit there and hold it for a little bit. But that's all there is to it. So that makes a nice tight joint, sealed well. You can see in here, there's not too much extra stuff, but you can see our screen in there. And of course, here's the other end. Nothing too exciting, but again, this is setting up, and we'll jump to the other joints and go from there. So there you go. We have the old guy, the new guy, bada boom, bada bing. You see we got our nice new screen down in there. Hot diggity dog. We'll go put it on. We got her built, and we're gonna see if we can get her just put back in place. There she blows. We'll get her painted and see how long this screen lasts. Y'all have a good one. Hey, thanks for watching. Hope you found it useful. Be sure to like and subscribe to our channel on YouTube. Visit our website at thehandyengineer.com where you'll find additional project details, including step-by-step instructions, detailed tool and parts lists, plus you can subscribe to our newsletter for weekly updates. See you next time.
'Cause you're only one click away